on the left with Dimir, we have Matthew, and on the right we have Force of Phil with Miracles, as usual. Looks like one card on the bottom for Phil. Ready to go. Storm says no playmat is an S-tier mind game. Should use this at Eternal Weekend. Yeah, what's up with the people with no playmats? What's up with that? Seems like a misplay.
Yep. Put Underground Sea, and then I'm gonna try to cast Nethergoyf. You got it.
Underground Sea and Nethergoyf to start the game. This Dimir Frog deck, kind of the current Delver deck in the format, the tempo deck. Nethergoyf. Psychic Frog. Tameo. There's a brainstorm for Force of Phil. If you've been hanging out with us on stream for a while, you're aware of the builds that Force of Phil plays. Counterbalance, Terminus. Usually some spicy weird cards that we all forgot about.
Comment? Yep. One.
Plenty of removal. I would say that Phil won't have an issue dealing with creatures. Gets a Tundra wasted and another Nethergoyf. Okay.
Faster. Cyclist. Yep.
Okay, Lorien Revealed gets revealed. Peter says only lands in front are missing. Yeah, maybe Matthew should put lands in front and then really get the YouTube comments upset. High Train complete. Thank you for the subs, everybody. Who became a Hype Train conductor, I wonder?
Your turn. Yep. Move combat? Yep. Swing with both. Before damage, we're going to fetch. Mr. Bell.
Just tell me which one to keep.
Got a 18.
So keep this one?
Okay, so going to Surveil here to try and add more types to the graveyard for Nethergoyf to look at.
Oh, yeah. Moving on. You're up.
If you unlocked an emote, drop it in the chat.
And second main, Nethergoyf? Yep.
Another Nethergoyf. Okay, Terminus could be pretty good here. Force of Phil will fetch up a Tundra. So it looks like Phil won't know what the top of the deck has.
I'll attempt to deduce in your instead. Yep. Draw, make a clue.
Okay, that is a deduce. Draw, make a clue for 2 mana.
Yeah, 7.
Pass it.
So Tameo into the graveyard. I'm seeing 2 types in the graveyard right now. But these Nethergoyfs can grow and will be a quick clock for Force of Phil if he can't wipe them away with a Terminus.
Swing with I'll hit one of them.
Okay, Source of Plowshares hits one of them. Me the Captain says, which is more important at Eternal Weekend, calling someone out for lands in front or not having proper tokens? You know what? These are big problems that face us, and I don't know. I don't know. Just call a judge. Okay, Prismatic Ending, trying to hit another Nethergoyf. And what was that? Oh, Fatal Push on the Nethergoyf. Okay. It can escape now.
Swords on top.
Mystic Sanctuary puts Source of Plowshares back on top. So Phil has plenty of removal.
Go ahead.
Yep. Swing for
If it was like any other creature,
I'll attempt to deduce.
oh yeah,
before
yeah.
damage.
It's just the
Deduce before damage. There's a Source of Plowshares on top of the deck. And firing it off. Nethergoyf gone. Matthew will gain the life. There's a Nethergoyf in the graveyard that could be escaped if Matthew can get one more type into the graveyard. You need to, like, pay Delirium to escape it, if that makes sense.
Cast Murktide.
Yep.
Okay, casting Murktide. For a second there, I thought we were escaping it wrong, but it's a Murktide Regent. Have you seen this card, by the way, chat? This card is crazy. Murktide Regent.
Master.
What were they thinking when they designed this card? Does anybody know?
Yep.
All right, he gets swords. Wow, it was dealt with immediately.
Ponder.
Yep. Liberator.
Here's a Ponder for Force of Fill. Managed to deal with all the threats. We had 3 Netherglyphs on the battlefield a moment ago, and then a Murktide hit, and Force of Fill has dealt with them all. Very interesting.
Master.
Hype Train Conductor Storm asking a great question. Where are the Bowmasters to keep Miracles in check? Yeah. Bowmaster, it's too good, you know.
Tempted brain search.
Crescent.
3.
Help. Fetch and response.
That's a Brain Surge on the stack.
Then I'll cast Force of Will, paying for it.
Tapping out.
Yep.
I'll attempt to thwart picking up these 3 islands.
Looks good.
All right. Thwart, return Mystic Sanctuary, basic island to hand, and Brain Surge resolves. If you're feeling what I'm feeling, the feeling you have is called the Force of Fill. This Miracles deck seems more controlling even than Cradle control.
Yep.
It's controlling everything. Here's Triumph of St. Catherine. Pastinia has arrived in the chat.
You got it.
All right, that gets the scoop from Matthew. Force of Fill up a game.
Oh, no worries. Thank you, Dave.
Wipe away all the threats and then slam a Triumph of St. Catherine. Too much for blue-black Delver to deal with.
It's 2. Yeah. Oh, it's got mailed up. Yeah, got mailed up. Okay. Go. Oh, so you have 17 then?
Looks like a mulligan happening for Phil. 1 card going to the bottom of the deck. Tamio. Okay.
I just saw this card. Full of trouble. Sorry about that.
All right. Major violation here. Major violation.
So that's a nice thing about permanent
Yeah, Twitch chat calling out Force of Fill here. Storm dropping the Siren. Pastinia says ban. That was terrible. Ponder Shuffle. Absolute says Aspiring Spike just played some Legacy on stream and 5-0'd with Ant. Yeah. Looks like Ant is getting a little bit more popular right now. And nobody listens to me. Nobody ever believes me. But the metagame feels like it's in some flux right now. I'm seeing some other decks popping up, getting popular. We'll see. What about the frog? Yeah, all right, relax.
Triggers.
What about the play patterns? Here's Nile Spellbomb. It could disrupt some Mystic Sanctuary plays later on. It's also Triumph of St. Catherine enters the graveyard, comes back. Could stop that.
It's definitely a sneaker. Like, you don't think it's gonna do much, and then
Basic Plains for Force of Fill, protected from Wasteland. Tamio, Inquisitive Scholar, Inquisitive Student. Well, if it turns into the Scholar, it could be a problem. The ultimate is very real. All right, it's gone. Never mind. The token, I believe, is a clue. Just an ad card or something. Yeah, we've had some Storm gamers tuning into 90s MTG these days. We've seen Storm quite a bit on stream recently. Here's Nethergoyf.
It's an 0-1 right now, right?
Yep. Creature.
Okay, this Nethergoyf is a 0-1 right now.
Then step off. Fetch.
Fetch on stack.
Yep.
Check for 2.
Hold on.
Okay, Nethergoyf. I mean, fetch happening, but force to fill, deduce in response, gets a clue, draws a card, nothing else. Matthew will get the land, and then
At least my problem is with land. We know the problem. Together we have
Well, no, so I look at the top 5 cards in my library, I make them back in the order. If I choose like not to, like A1 life, I put them at the bottom in the order, and then and then I choose until I stop, and when I stop, then I shuffle, and then I go to
a replacement Inquisitive Student, Tamio. Attacking with the Nethergoyf. It has only 1 power, 2 power. Sacking the now Spellbomb to draw a card. Get rid of Force of Fill's graveyard.
Second main. Poverty.
It's a little weird when I do, but you'll
So 4.
Now Ponder resolving for Matthew. Beta Counterspell with a great question. Any Esper Vial in the tournament? We have not, unfortunately, we have not seen Esper Vial on stream in quite a while. I'm just not seeing that deck at my locals. It's possible that more people would play it if it didn't need the Gilded Drakes. All right, Tamio Inquisitive Scholar is now on the board, the Planeswalker.
This at the end goes turn. Alright. And I'm at 14.
Cards.
The same problem goes for the four Gaia's Cradle decks, the lands, whatever. Any of these outrageously pricey cards that aren't really played in many decks, like Tabernacle, Gaia's Cradle, Gilded Drake, kind of prevent people from pulling the trigger and picking up the last few cards for decks like that. Esper Vial. So we just don't see those decks that often.
Not again even Tamio.
Okay, Prismatic Ending removes Tamio. Tamio gone. Still another Nethergoyf to deal with. It's marked at 4 power right now. They're using a die to represent its power. The Yu-Gi-Oh card on Phil's side is a clue.
And they trade, right?
Bonus points if you know what Yu-Gi-Oh card that was.
Which combat? Yep. 4.
Nethergoyf. End turn.
Ooh, Barrowgoyf. I really like Barrowgoyf a lot. I like Nethergoyf. I like Barrowgoyf. I like all the Lurgoyfs from MH3. Those were such a hit. For me, personally.
Let's do this
So
separately.
you're the same, right?
Yeah,
They-
because you don't have any
it's
extra.
both- it's-
Sorcery and
this only counts your graveyard, right?
Yeah, this is both.
This is both. Yeah.
Yeah, so Barrowgoyf counts both graveyards. Nethergoyf only counts Matthew's graveyard, but they still, at this point, have the same power. 4.
In response, I'm going to fetch. Twice.
Okay, Brainstorm, and in response, fetch twice, and I think we're going to see Orcish Bowmaster. Twitch chat was wondering about this card earlier. Tank Terry wondering if a Watergoyf will be printed. You know what, Tank Terry? There should have been. There should have been. There is that one blue Lurgoyf in Odyssey, right? Isn't there a blue Lurgoyf and a white one too?
Just be the bowmaster too.
I'm gonna pass to you, but I have an effect in your upkeep.
Oh boy, that's the Orc army. Should we just end the stream?
Sure.
I'm gonna cast this to deuce.
I'll bowmaster ping you one more.
Yep, 6.
Yep.
All right, Terminus off the top. Cognivore, that's the one, yeah. Terminus will wipe away the board, get rid of that lousy Orc army token, and we are reset. Here's Psychic Frog. Oh boy, the frog, everybody.
Frog is in.
Half the live viewers just left with the appearance of the frog. They're so triggered.
I used to. I had also a black and white version of this where I ran the set and the
Oh, so that way you have it back there.
Put a creature card.
Alright, you roll play.
Onto the battle. What's going to your
Got it.
For anybody that hasn't been checking out Legacy for a while, Legacy players start crying when they see the Psychic Frog. Hysterical. Here's Mystic Sanctuary. Tank Terry says it's played in pre-modern Oath of Druids. Very interesting. Arash says, I can't believe you lit this frog on stream. Yeah. Yeah.
Prismatic. Card discard.
Yep.
I'll get rid of the frog.
Yep.
But we
Okay. There was a prismatic ending used there to get rid of the frog. The frog is gone. Wow, removal.
Yep.
Another brain surge for Force of Fill. Bahoro says I could take the mismatch fetches, ugly alt arts, and fake tokens. I can't stay now that I see the frog. All right, people are leaving. Whoop that next says Christopher. Long time. No watch. Hope you're well. Thank you, Nick.
Also brought in
When people start calling me Christopher, I know I'm in trouble. I did something wrong. Prismatic ending goes to the top of the deck. Force of Fill, plenty of removal. What about the frog? The frog's dead. Force of Fill wiped that frog the hell off the table. Harbinger of the Seas, that could be a problem. Resolves though. And it gets swords.
Another big word.
All right, deduce, make another clue, make another Yu-Gi-Oh! Portent, target myself, says Force of Fill. Portent? Ooh, Triumph of St. Catherine off the top. It's in play.
You got it.
maybe how long ago.
Yes.
Okay, Matthew scoops it up. GG's. Triumph of St. Catherine slammed on the table and the game ends. 2 games in a row. Did they test that card for 1v1? Does anybody know? I don't think they did. It must be for 4-player games, Triumph of St. Catherine. I don't know. Wow, I need water.